Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. In the last episode, we started exploring this little strip down here, and in this episode we're probably going to finish it. Just realized I never got the Fishman for Horseshoe Island. I'll have to cut back there at some point. Here we are at this sector right here, and what do you say we go take a look? I think I'm going to go for the treasure first. Let's see if I can grab it. Maybe? I've been losing my touch with this a little bit. Oh! Still got it. We got a piece of heart, which is the last piece that we need to make this heart container. Very nice. I was starting to worry that we were missing quite a few of those, but I think a lot of them are we just haven't gotten to them yet. I think we'll be okay. We do still have at least one more heart container to get to. Alright, Fishman. I can't believe I forgot the Fishman at Horseshoe Island. Again. Diamond Step Island. Oh, I've got some great information, Small Fry. Lucky you. If you use the treasure that's hidden on that island there, the thing that vanishes as soon as you get near it, it won't vanish anymore. You know, it. I'm talking about it. That thing that appears on nights when a wee bit of the right half of the moon is missing. Don't you know what I'm talking about? It. And that's all the info. Sorry if you can hear my dog. He's a-barking. This is another island where we're going to need to use the hook shot. So let's take it out and get on up there. I believe this is also another island that has blue chew, but I suppose we'll find out when we get up there. Where's the next tree? Right here. This is not my favorite island. This is another one that I don't think is really anyone's favorite island. Here maybe? Yes, there we go. Blue chew? Just looking for where it might be. Aha! I knew there was one. You just sort of get a sense for it after a while. You can kind of tell what islands have them and which ones don't. Although I've said that before. I say that, but I've been wrong about that before. Case in point, Horseshoe Island. I didn't know that blue chew was there. I'm sorry about the barking. There's not much I can do about it. We're just gonna have to push through. Maybe I'll throw a little penance in at the end. So this is a warp pipe maze. You go, warp pipe, this isn't Mario, a warp pot maze. You go in a pot, it sends you somewhere else, and you've got multiple pots that you have to burn the covers of. What am I doing? I wasn't thinking there. Let's get out the bow. Are we on regular? No, we gotta get on regular arrows. Yes, these guys are going to be around, causing a general nuisance. Luckily, once you burn the top of a pot, it will stay burned forever. You can't use fire arrows to do it. It won't work. You have to use a flaming torch, unfortunately. There are two treasures. I'm not even going to open that. That's not the right way. There are two treasures in this place, and I didn't know that for the longest time. I just thought there was one. But if you go down this pot, it sends you here, where you get, I believe this is going to be a joy pendant? Yeah, a joy pendant. Not the most necessary thing, but it's pretty easy to get. Gotta show it, you know. Unfortunately, if you go down any of these pots, the floor masters will respawn. Oh, jeez. If the floor master grabs you, it will send you to the very beginning of the maze, and if at any point you go into the wrong pot, that'll also send you back to the very beginning of the maze. The one good thing is because there's all these pots here, and the floor masters like to get them, they sort of get distracted and will like go for the pots instead of you. So it's easy enough to take a lot of them out before they actually try to grab you. I believe you have to alternate. So we went in left before, so I think we have to go in right this time. Guess we're gonna find out. Yes, that was correct. Come on. Oh, I was gonna say grab a pot, but if he wants to come out before I even get close, that works for me. Yeah, this place is not quite as bad as you'd think in the beginning. Like I said, I think we alternate here. It's very intimidating, but the floor masters here, I would say easier to defeat than normal because of that pot thing. Alright, that was correct. Just gonna ignore that guy. But still, you can't let your guard down, because if they catch you, you are in trouble. You got the ghost ship chart. Press up on the D-pad and check your charts to view it. Let's view it right now. This will let us interact with the ghost ship, which is something that I really would have liked to find before now, because there is a unique interaction for finding it without the chart, but I'll just throw it into the bonus episode. You can see here there's different phases of the moon, and it shows you what island the ghost ship will show up on when the moon is in that phase. The ghost ship shows up every night. It's just in a different set location each time. Warping does not change the location, so you can just change the time to night and warp straight to the island where it is, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing, just not right this second. While I'm here, I want to stick with this little area of the map that we're on. That was a little silly of me. I could have just walked off a ledge there, and I would have ended up right back at the beginning. But, oh well, I took the long way. What are you gonna do? Alright, I am going to meet you back at Horseshoe Island to get the Fishman, and then I'll meet you at the next island on our little journey. Here's Horseshoe Island again. Let's do this right this time. Ooh, the ghost ship is out. On the island due east of here lives an old man who was once a master swordsman. He's got proof of it, too. He has a knight's crest. Want to know what that thing is, Fry? Well, too bad. I can't go giving away every secret. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Don't remind me, Fishman. Don't remind me. That is... You know what? Seeing as the fastest way to get here is actually going to be to warp to Great Fish Island, I'm warping anyway. Let's take a detour and get the ghost ship. You can see it slightly off in the distance. That is the ghost ship. As you get closer, these little ghost fire bubble things will appear. And if you sail into it, only if you have the ghost ship chart, you'll go inside. Now, there may or may not be redeads in here. I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean there may or may not be redeads. It just depends on what happens. You know what? First things first, let's get rid of these skulls, because they're probably bubbles. Then again, maybe not. That's a Poe. I guess you technically don't need the mirror shield to beat the Poes, because you could lure them into the light, but it's certainly much more convenient if you have them. Alright, could get a little hectic in here. Let's go. Get that guy. You really, really don't want to let these guys summon things. That's how things can go wrong in here. Is that the only Wizrobe? Well, it's the only one for now, so let's focus on the Poes. As usual with Wizrobes, how quickly you deal with them will often determine the way the battle goes. Alright, is that it? Or is there another one? That was it! I dealt with the Wizrobe very quickly, and we didn't have any trouble. Those Wizrobes can summon Redeads. I've seen it happen before. Luckily, we didn't have to deal with it. Get these pots before you open the treasure chest, because once you open the treasure chest, it's going to kick you out of the ghost ship, and there are rupees galore in here. I don't know if you can leave and come back. I'm not going to find out, because I don't want to have to do that again and potentially see a Redead. But I doubt they'd let you grind rupees that way. And we get another Triforce chart for our troubles. So that is required. And it kicks you out, and the ghost ship is no more. It will never appear again. As far as we know, we have vanquished it. Alright, I'll meet you down at this sector right here. As long as I'm here on Great Fish, I figured I'd try a little bit of the trading quest to see if this will get us something. Huh? That's a fountain idol, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this skull tower idol? Alright, this, I believe, is one of the branching paths. Most worthy. Then my fee will be... The colors on that thing you're offering have faded most terribly, so 60 rupees. There's no color on it. It's made of stone. You got a skull tower idol. It's made of fossilized skulls of strange creatures. It's pretty weird. If you find a place to put it, we know that already. Yeah, it is pretty weird. And real quick, I'm going to see if trading that back will get us anything new. I don't know if it will, but let's try. That's a skull tower idol. Fountain idol. Okay. But we've gotten one step closer to being finished. We're coming up on the next island, but before we do, there's something very, very important here. And this is the kind of thing that will make you very thankful for the incredible chart, because I don't quite know how anybody would find this otherwise. There's a set of 3 gunboats out here, and normally I tend to avoid gunboats, but one of these is special. I wish it wasn't raining, because now you can't really see the gunboats. We've got 2 regular gunboats, and then you can sort of see it's got a different shape. That is the golden gunboat. The golden gunboat will have a prize for us. As usual, I'm just going to go right up to it. Got a little too close, but oh well. This is another one that you can just have the other gunboats run into. See? Just like that. This one has a very special treasure for us, and thankfully it drops a loot ball. I'm sure they do that on purpose, because if you lost track of this, you'd be in really big trouble. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. Let's just grab this treasure. Do we have any bombs in the shot? Nah. We do have a loot ball in the shot, though. It's still there. And that's a Triforce chart, so... Excuse me. That's a Triforce chart. So that is required. Where's the island? There's the island. Let's get the bait back out. And this island is one of the ones that we got the treasure chart for on Horseshoe Island. Let's just make sure I've opened up all my charts. I get a little paranoid about that sometimes. Let's open these up. Have I opened all the charts? Yes, I have. I have to... Yeah, I was just going to say, I have to assume we're just not close enough for the treasure. Where's Mr. Fishman? Fishman is there. I'm going to go for the treasure first, as usual. Ooh, the wind's not going in a great direction. I might not be able to just grab this one out of the water. But let's see. Hi, seagulls. still got it. That took a while. And we got a silver rupee. We are above the number of rupees that we're going to need for Tingle, for getting all our charts deciphered, but we're still going to need more money for the trading quest and for how I like to decorate the islands. So let's see what Fishman here has to say. Hello. So happy I got Fishman's picture already. Needle Rock Island. You've seen the boats sailing around here with the real huge cannons, right, Fry? I bet you those things have their hulls packed with treasure. Of course, if you don't have a cannon yourself, there's no way you'll ever sink one of them. Not true. They can sink each other. I guess that's how you'd figure out that you want to go for the gunboats here. And I suppose if you found the gunboats and you saw that the golden one was different, that would be reason enough to go for it. Needle Rock Island has a few points of interest. It is one of the islands that I think is more interesting because it's got a couple different things to do. And there's also a Korok on here. Hey, get out of here. I'm glad you're targeting me now, but get out of here. There's the Korok, which I am going to take a picture of right now. There's a chest that is on fire. We're going to have to do something about that. No, look at me. That should do. Well, what do you say we do something about that? I've been saving one last lonely Hyoi pair just for this island. And I've only got one, so let's hope I get this first try. I should. This really isn't that difficult. Oh, birds. Oh, boy. What you gotta do is fly all the way to the top of the island. And there you can see the switch that we need to press. Got it. Alright, that bird can fend for itself now. And that will open up this chest here. Giving us a piece of heart. Very nice. I do believe there's a blue chew somewhere on this island. I think you just find it like somewhere along the edge. So let me do a little circuit, see if I can find it. Those pots, I believe, have rupees in them. It's kind of like it was on Crescent Moon Island. Yeah, there it is. I knew it. How many blue jellies do we have now? 13. Only 2 more. And then there is this chunk of ice, which you need the fire arrows to break. Alright. And down here is, once again, no one's favorite puzzle. This is a torch puzzle. There are 6 torches in this room. You gotta find and light all of them. I think I know where they all are, but I always think that and I always miss one. So I'm just gonna do my best. So we got 1, 2. I think there might be one over there. Yeah, there it is. Am I gonna get that? Even farther back? Yeah, you gotta be far back enough so that you don't get stuck on the little ledge there. There we go, got it. So we got 3 so far. There's another one. That's 4. 5. way, and I think I know where the last one is. It's like really high up somewhere. Don't, for all that is good in this world, do not go into that light. You will have to start over. I want to say it's up there. Maybe not, though. Like I said, there's always one that I struggle with. These pots will thankfully give you arrows and magic. I really thought it was up there. I'm not gonna make you watch me puzzle through this. If I don't... Oh, no, it's over there. That's right, I make that mistake every time. Got it. I actually remembered them all. Thankfully, this place is optional, so if you really don't like this puzzle, you don't have to do it. But it'll get you a nice orange rupee. Not a bad price for that, actually. I wonder, we might actually have some extra time at the end of this episode. This may be a short episode because I have plans for what I want to do. You know what? Hold that thought. Let's just get up to that other island. What do you know? It's another reef. Let's find the fishman. Looks like we've got the treasure in there, but I might need to use the map for that one. I could not tell you what reef this is. 3-Eye? Have we done 3-Eye yet? I don't have the reef placements memorized. The only one I really remember is 6-Eye, and that's just because it's the very, very center of the map. Alright, fishman, what you got for us? Hey? 3-Eye reef, I was right. Lucky guess. I met a really weird guy on the island due east of here. He had a pack on his back huger than any pack I've ever seen. I mean, it was big, Fry. He said he was looking for treasure, but what does he expect to find in a place like that? I tell you, the guy is completely obsessed. Well, we know that guy. He's our good friend, the traveling merchant. I will try to No, you know what? It's not happening. The wind's not in the right way. So I think what I'm going to do is just play the music, speed up and play the music, and just hope that that chest doesn't have anything in it that's, like, important, like the light ring chart, or the Great Fairy chart, I think it was. And we got the treasure chart. That wasn't so bad, and I do believe that is our last chart, our last reef. The song you just heard was Barrel Run from Star Fox Adventures. I already used up the pirate music from this game, and I've just always kind of thought that song was kind of piratey, and I just thought it would fit here. So I don't know, I threw in another song from a different game. I don't usually do that. I usually try to show off the music from the game that I'm playing, but for whatever reason, I've just always made that connection in my head. I'm gonna meet you at... Well, no, I'll just take us to Tower of the Gods, because I want to get that treasure. And then there's one more island that... Well, there's two more islands on the map, but the one that's, like, over here by Forest Haven I'm waiting for. So let's just take care of this last little island down here. This episode may run a little bit long. I don't know what time we're at because I've had to cut out a lot and that reef is going to be sped up. But if we have to run a little long, I think it's important that we get this finished in this episode, so next episode I can focus on things that'll take a long time. Alright. Let us treasure. I don't think we're going to be able to see it, unfortunately. No, we're already too close. So we are going to have to use the map. That's okay. Oops. Thyra, it is still too early for you to come to this place. Even though the power to repel evil has been returned to the Master Sword, you will not be able to return to Hyrule until the Triforce is complete. Quickly, you must now think only of finding the 8 shards and completing the Triforce of Courage. Well, I'm glad I saw that dialogue. But we are thinking of many other things than finding the Triforce of Courage. We are thinking about it, but it's going to be probably one of the last things we do. That's got it. What do we got here at the Tower of the Gods? A silver rupee. I was kind of hoping for a heart piece because this is an important location. And you know what? I take it back. I think this episode may end up running a little short because what I'm going to do next episode is I'm going to finish these sectors. I'm going to go here, finish this up, and then I'm going to go to Forest Haven and we're going to do the Korok quest. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode where we finish filling out our sea chart. Bye-bye!